And we're live here in Nourish, Heal, and Thrive. Another exciting interview. I really am interested in hearing more about Teresa because she found me on Facebook and she's enjoying the group, I think. And I want to learn more about her. And she's got a whole YouTube channel full of exciting interviews too. So, Teresa, thank you for being here.
Derek, thank you for inviting me. That was wonderful. I know it's a lot of work to do these shows, but we love doing it. And I was thrilled to meet up with you because I was going a direction to help my viewers with health industry, with the health area, with relationships and different things. So you kind of fit right into that. But then you invited me to your show, so that was very gracious of you. So nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's really, really great. So, Teresa, start off by telling us who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Sure. So I'm Teresa Aker, and I am from Ontario, Canada. I have a wonderful show where I've met some wonderful guests, and I started that a while ago after I had a bit of grief in my life. My viewers know that, actually quite a lot of grief. I had met up and did a course with a wonderful lady named Heather Stang, who wrote books on grief and did courses on grief counseling. I took that course and I thought she was so amazing that I felt like people should know who she is. And there was so many professionals in other areas that I'd met along the way that had really grown their businesses, overcome adversity of their own, and become quite successful. So I thought this is stories that should be told. And while I was doing it, people just loved Heather and the guests that I had on, and it actually was healing my heart along the way. So I was very fortunate to meet up with some fantastic people, great professionals, and people who they maybe not had a business, but they had overcome tremendous adversity of their own and shared their stories. So I'm very grateful for all of them. And I'm grateful for the growth my show has had.
Yeah, wow, that's really cool. So,
Thank you.
tell us, you had some grief in your life, and that's kind of what kickstarted everything, because my viewers don't know about your whole story.
Yes, so thank you for your viewers. In 2021, my husband and I, who'd been together forever, he was the best plus one husband, um, during COVID. And as you know, through lockdown, unfortunately, I lost my husband suddenly, and it was a devastating blow to me. I not only lost him, but during the time he was in the hospital briefly, I was unable to go see him. The doctors thought he was coming home that day. It ended up being a few days, and then they said, "No worries, Teresa, he's coming home." The whole time I kept wanting to go in and see him, but you know what lockdown was, and but I really thought he was coming home, so I accepted that okay, my fate is that I couldn't go see him there, but I would see him when he came home. And unfortunately, the hospital called to say he did not make it that last night. I don't want to get all welled up here. Um, so uh, he didn't make it. And so that was a devastating blow for me. And he was my husband, honestly, the best plus one marriage. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. He truly was an amazing man. And so our relationship now has ended, and I went through tremendous grief, and I needed to reach out. And the wonderful Heather Stang, and I highly recommend her books, her course. She was so kind and gentle, and I started taking her course, and it started making me feel better. But that was not the end. My daughter, my oldest daughter, a year and a half ago, s- uh, passed away suddenly on Christmas, and that took out a second part of my heart. So I phoned Heather and I said, "Heather, I need your help again." And she helped me. And during that time, I had said I was thinking about doing a show. And the reason I wanted to do it was because I knew there was other stories out there of people who'd been through adversity and grief. And I asked her if she would do the show with me, and she said, "Sure." So I said, "I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm not a techie person. I'm not this, but we're going to try it." And my goodness, she came on, and it was such a great time, and people were so kind, and they just thought the world of her, and they liked what I was doing, so I knew I was on the right path. And from then on, the show took off. So, long story, even longer, Derek, that's how it all started.
Wow. Really sorry for all your loss, and that's a brave story to share. So thank you for being courageous and being vulnerable with us here.
Thank you. But what I learned from that is that we do all have chapters in our lives that we have to face. I did motivational speaking prior to all of this, and I understand completely that we have to take care of our bodies, our mind, our psychology, even through grief. You really must take care of yourself because that is a time that you're really going within to, you're feeling sad, you're feeling emotions you've not maybe perhaps felt before, and it's imperative that you keep your health up, you get up plenty of rest, you have your tribe of people around you to help you through those things. So I learned more going through it, and here I am years later from my husband passing and from my daughter passing, doing something that uh, uh, I guess I liken it to an artist who perhaps goes through grief and they develop art. Different people find their passion in things during sad times to express that emotion. And this is what I found.
Wow. Wow. So had you had any experience interviewing people? You mentioned you did motivational speaking, but did you have like were you on TV or were you out there much? What sparked the YouTube channel?
So I did do motivational speaking a lot, and I did a lot in sales in my background, so I'm not worried about going on television. I did a lot of because we were pushed home with COVID, where I was working, worked with a company while I was at home, and I was a team leader and did motivational things again. So I'm very comfortable with being on. We used things like WebEx and Zoom and things like that. So I'm comfortable with the screen. No, I did not do a television show. However, I saw on YouTube, I'm a YouTube junkie, if you will. I'm always looking up things. And I thought, well, you know what? This looks interesting. And then a lady, Jenny Ballinger, you can look her up. She did a talk show. She asked me if I would come on as her guest. So I came on, and that was just before I opened mine. And we had a wonderful time. And I thought, I could do this. I could bring stories of other people. She does a different type, and I thought I could do this. So really, it just kind of went from one thing to the next to the next. And then I had no idea how it would go. I was just hoping that the audience could see that what I saw in my guests, and they did.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. So tell us more about the show. Tell us the types of people you're interviewing, the types of shows you're doing. We want to know more.
So mine again is all about success stories. So it did originate with the grief show that I did with Heather. From there, I actually met some wonderful people. I had people on who had overcome amazing health issues, people who had written books because they had gone through things. I have had wonderful vets on the show that have given their service. I've had police officers, again, given their service. I've had health people come on, practitioners. I've had actors that are trying to grow their network and get out there in the world and grow and become the actors they want to be. I've had directors, authors, all kinds of different areas. So I don't have a niche, Derek. But what I did do, as I was doing my show, I really am very in tune with health issues and with helping people sort of move forward. So what I have done is added another part of my program of is called Life After 50 with Teresa Aker. And what I'm bringing on, I just had a wonderful chiropractor on yesterday. I have they're not loaded up yet as it's just been opened, but they will be loaded up very soon. I had a wonderful lady, Glenda, on. She talked about what life is like after 50 and some of the things that pet peeves we have. And I have some people lined up that are health practitioners to talk about real issues. So any of my viewers who want specific now, more of a niche there, that's what I'm having, which is what I thought you would be perfect for, Derek, because that will allow, and they don't have to be 50, they could be younger. I mean, we're all going to face things. But so I've taken the success diaries part as people who want to talk about their growth, what they're doing, whether they're authors, creative people, artists, all of that. Continue with that. I've had amazing guests on there, and even love relationships. I've had that on there. So that really does not have a niche. Anybody that has a story that they can help others, that's what I look at. Show others how they overcame things and they became successful. On the next side is going to be definitely more driven to people who want to know about nutrition, health, uh, even relationships there as well, but more detailed, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, makes complete sense then. Thank you
Yes.
so much for sharing that. I'm excited now. I definitely want to,
Yeah.
be part of your show and hear more and tell us what have you learned? What have you gotten out of doing all this?
I have learned that all over the globe, Derek, are the best people in the world. I have met people in Iceland. I've met people in the UK, in Australia, in wonderful United States, all over the world. And I can assure you, every one of them have amazing heart. I have met the best people ever. I'm very grateful. What have I learned? I've learned more from them than I've learned myself. So I learned how they take challenges and they turn them into opportunities. I've learned people who've physically had challenges in life who've taken that and helped other people. I've learned that our problems can are so minute when you're helping others. That's what I've learned. If I came away with something, this show allows me to let the viewers learn from my guests and vice versa. The viewers sometimes become guests. So I love that.
Yeah, I love that too. It's actually one of my favorite parts about doing this is when just the general person in my group just says, "Hey, I want to share," or "I have a story to tell," and
Yeah.
those are the best stories. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that. Is there something that we haven't had a chance to talk about that you'd like to share with us?
I think, Derek, what I think when we do these shows, you kind of touched base on it. So to your point, when we look at the world, we see actors doing their thing on television. I think it's wonderful. They've all achieved things and good for them. That's wonderful. What I like about our, a lot of people do podcasts. We do all kinds of YouTube shows and different things. You're doing a live one on Facebook, which, by the way, Derek, I tried one the other day live. I got to you've now taught me how to do it. So I learned from you.
Okay.
So I'll be doing mine live. I've been trying to do that. So what I've learned is that people have heart, and the YouTube or all these channels, these podcasts bring real authenticity. We bring our heart and our stories of, so I can't relate to the wonderful actors and actors. I could certainly follow them and watch them, but I can relate to my neighbor or to the country south of me or Australia or Iceland. All of us are the same. We're all the same. We're all in this life together. And I like to call it a tribe. When you have a tribe of people that you can kind of reach out and get help from and assistance. I don't know how many podcast people have helped me with my show, and I've been able to help them with their show. So all over the world, I think we're in it right now, technology industry. It's like the industrial age. We're now in the technology age. How fantastic is that, right?
Yeah.
That's what I love about this.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. Tell everybody again the name of your show and how they can find you and get a hold of you.
Sure. I'm on YouTube. That's the number one. I'm also on Facebook. I'm always on there. I love Facebook. So I have Success Diaries with Teresa Aker on YouTube. You can definitely email me or text me. I'm sure you'll have that in your show notes. You can call me, text me, go on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on all the social media because I like to promote all the guests that I have on. I do have some businesses that come on and talk about their business and what they're doing. So I like to add them to the social network and help promote them. And if you have a show that you're doing, I like to help promote your shows, things like that. So, and Derek, I'm looking forward to having you on my show, and then we'll talk more specifically about your health field and what you're doing so that that helps our guests.
Awesome.
So
Great.
I hope
So
that
I'm going
helps.
to have you put in the comments of this post all
Okay.
your links so people
Okay.
can find you easier. And
Great.
we'll talk more about that afterwards. But yeah, thank you so much. Is there any final words you want to leave everybody with?
Well, one, I want to thank you so much for coming on today, Derek. We're all helping each other. To all the viewers, your viewers, my viewers, everybody who's together, thank you so much for supporting us. It means so much because we do try to do our best to bring wonderful people there. And if you want to be a guest, you're always welcome to come on. And I just want to really, the biggest thing is to say thank you for helping me help other people and for helping Derek that he's doing the same thing. We're just all in this together. So thank you.
Thank you for being here and sharing and all that you do because it sounds really amazing and it's really important that you share everyone's gifts with the world because like you said, we're all in this together.
We are.
So awesome. Well, thank you again, Teresa. Thank you everybody for watching. Definitely check the links that in the comments that Teresa's going to leave for you so you can,
Thank
get a
you.
hold of her and you can watch her YouTube. And if you're interested in being spotlighted here in Nourish, Heal, and Thrive, then comment interview in this post and we'll get a hold of you so you can share your gifts, you can tell your story, or if you're struggling, we can get you the support that you need. So thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.